I'm looking at what you guys want to thank everyone who's here. I want to thank the family, as I call them. These are the people who you'll see they'll show up in green chat. They've joined the channel and they're throwing a few bucks each month to help support the channel. So Paula, I know, Jose, Yentl, RS, going through. If you haven't called out your name and you're one of those people, Anthony Deep, you're one of the new members as well. Say something. But yeah, no, I mean a bunch of other people. You'll see again. They'll show up in green in chat, and they have the badge to start next. So I also have it, but I show up in blue because I'm a mod as well. So I have responsibilities, unfortunately. People are asking Insight with VCAR because if they're faster than Red Bull Racing. Well, the issue again is that Red Bull, the mothership, chose to go only with the medium tires, and the sister team went with red tires in that first session. And that's the difference between why they're on the top and Max ended up being sixth on the board. Alonso did beat Max on the medium tire during that session, so that is something to keep an eye on with the Aston Martin where they're going. Go like again, VCarb was faster than Red Bull Racing because they were on the soft tires, versus the mothership stayed only on medium tires, so they had that advantage of a faster tire. So. Let me see. I'm trying to see where you guys are going through at the moment.
Yep.
We are
Green light,
about
so
green
the
light,
drivers should be out now.
and Bottas is supposed to be out on track. Yes, he's now out on track, and then one of the Haas's is out. That'd be Hulkenberg. Those are the first two out on track in this session. So these are the teams that really need to get on track and get figure out what's going on with their car. The third one is Alpine. That's the one thing that session did certify. There are the bottom three teams that we are definite are going to be Haas, it's going to be Alpine, and it's going to be the Stake team. Williams will be in that mix every so often, and Williams will be in the next elevated at times. Let's see, right out. Oscar, Albon, Ocon, Magnussen, Norris. Is Norris out? No.
Yeah, I think so. No?
No, they're not. They're not out yet.
Hmm.
So,
I'm
well,
not sure.
board's going to take a while. Hulkenberg, Ocon, and Magnussen are all on soft tires, which is interesting to see. I'm just curious what. This is not an extended. If Buxton said this is an extended test, it means that from preseason testing. It doesn't mean that the session's going to be longer. It is going to be an hour-long session. So we're not doing something where we're testing Pirelli tires for whatever reason. This is going to be an hour-long session. But he's basically saying this is basically an extension from last week, being the preseason testing.
Right. Okay, so the drivers, I think it's better if I just say those that aren't currently on track right now, but it's Verstappen, Alonso, Stroll, and Russell. Yeah, these
That's
four,
correct.
none of these four seem to be on track. The rest are all on track as far as I can tell. Hulkenberg is on soft tires. This timing is on soft tires. Do you have any idea which drivers are also on softs?
Um, I know. I think it was Magnussen, Ocon, and Hulkenberg were the three drivers that I saw on soft on our timing sheet.
Oh,
We're like 2 away from 500 likes. That'd be great if we could get over that. Oh, we have hit it. Thank you, everyone, for right now. There's 4,880 watching already. 5 minutes in. That's really wow. I just jumped to over 5,000. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. It's my honor
So
to be talking
boss
to you guys.
sets a 1:32.645. That is what was the fastest time in the previous session? Yeah, and
Um,
Hulkenberg now
I'm
goes
not sure, but
1:32.139.
I mean, Hulkenberg. I mean, they're going to be much faster as it is, but um, I mean, we're just the board is just set right now. It's going to be interesting if that number one spot stays with Hulkenberg for any much time. He's got a fast sector 2. Ocon is in sector 2 fastest. He jumps to P2, and then we got Perez on a fast lap with a P1. He's on a soft tire. So we got a mix of mediums and softs out there. So this board's going to sort out. Those soft tires are going to gravitate to the top of the board. Hulkenberg goes P2.
Magnussen's now P1. Perez has fastest sector to right now.
Sainz just took that faster sector. Perez went. Did he? Again, it's going to take a little bit of a while. Perez is just jumped to
P1 now.
Mm-hmm. So we're in the 131s with Perez again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Hamilton has fastest sector 1. Leclerc has fastest sector 2. Sainz took fastest sector 3, but goes P2 131. Sorry, 723.
Yes, so Sainz. Yes.
Leclerc
is now P1. Hamilton is fastest sector 1 and 2.
This could be a oh wow, he's got subsectors that are fastest. This is going to be a complete purple lap.
Yeah, I think Hamilton might purple the whole lap. And he goes 1:37.51. That is incredibly quick considering. I mean, this is just the start of second practice, and he's already hitting 130s.
We didn't see the 130s. Everyone's on track except for Max, and it's probably because there's too much traffic out right now. The Red Bull is probably just waiting for people to come back into the pits in a little bit. Oh, so Bottas is under investigation because he didn't do his pit lane. He did a pit lane exit start, and he was not all the way over. He was still. He didn't get all the way over from the white line where he needed to be. So that's going to be an investigation. We'll see what happens there. Hamilton was on a soft tire. He's still on a soft tire. We're still those who've not done a flying lap yet, like Alonso, Stroll, Russell.
Alonso has just set a purple sector 2.
Again,
Stroll is half a second behind in sector 2.
I want to remind people this is not a race session. It's just practice. And I think they're holding Max back. You know, my gut is that they're holding Max back because there's too many people on the course right now. They probably have a program they want him to run, and if with this many people on track, it would be almost impossible to run.
Aston with a P2 and a 5 right off the bat. That is that is actually on average one position higher than the Ferraris. I think another thing that I want to note though is that the two Haas's are actually still in P7 and 8. I thought they would shift lower by now. But to be fair, I don't think Norris, Piastri, or Ricardo Tsunoda has set a lap, and Verstappen's also not up there.
Yeah, we're still
Russell
got.
hasn't set a lap yet. I think there's still time for them to really
It's because pretty
show
much
their true position.
from P11 now, and Max is now out on an out lap. Um, taking Max out of this equation, basically Albon all the way down to Sonoda, have set their times were set with a medium tire.
Ah,
I don't know what Russell's tire is at the moment.
me neither.
So Russell is on a soft tire, but he
Oh,
has
he's on
not
a
set a
soft.
time yet. So what Russell might be doing is he might be doing 2 laps on the red tire to put temperature in it before making a fast lap. So they're following Russell's on his current lap right now. He did it is improved again. Obviously, easy to improve after that last lap, but this is his first lap, first proper flying lap. So these will always be green because he hasn't set a time yet. Looking for where Max is. He's just starting a lap right now. And obviously he's going to be green, if not better, because this is his first proper lap on these tires and in a session. So Russell is a second off of Hamilton's pace, 0.89 specifically off of Hamilton's pace after 2 sectors. He's going to finish P7 at 131.82.
P7. That is a pretty big
Oh,
gap from
it is a big
Hamilton's
gap.
time. 1.1 second. That is not good.
Max is about to
Of course,
finish
I don't
second.
expect Russell to be pushing, but still, I don't know if I'd expect that kind of gap in general between teams of the same car unless they're running completely different programs. But I'm not sure how common that is.
So Max did a 39.044. He's definitely off. He's going to go P4 just ahead of his teammate. About a tenth faster than his teammate, 131.271.
Hmm.
Um, it's interesting to see if they're testing something out. If he again, it's still early in the session, and we're only got 13 minutes of the session.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if the issue that's plaguing him is still the same one that he had in practice one, where his shifting was a bit problematic.
So here's a replay of. So they're showing a replay of Russell on around turn one on his fast lap. He was scraping the bottom of his car around those curbs. So that'll be interesting if he's done damage to the floor.
Yo, it's that porpoising. It is, isn't
I
it?
don't think he's I don't think he's porpoising.
No, it's just like getting too close to the
I think
curbs.
I think the ride height is just too low.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did see a few comments on that the fact that the Mercs were running pretty low. I wonder how this would mean for the plank wear at the bottom, because as we learned, it's not like the FI doesn't check the plank wear after every race, and it ended up with a Leclerc and a Hamilton disqualification last year. So I don't know if they want to really run that low in the first place.
Oh. So on the radio, we just had Charles telling his team that he did a big mistake, and wanted to make sure the team checks the floor if he didn't do any damage down there. So we're about 15 minutes into the session right now. Hamilton has currently topped the board with 130.751. Alonso is second. Leclerc is third. Verstappen is fourth. Perez fifth. Sainz sixth. Stroll seventh. Russell eighth. Hulkenberg ninth. Magnussen 10th. Interesting that Sonoda and Ricardo are 16th, 17th. Norris and Oscar are 18th and 19th on the board right now. And that's because they've been, again, from Albon down, so Albon's 12th down, they're all on medium tires. And everyone 12 and above are on the soft tires. So, again, we're looking at on soft tires, we've got the Haas and the Alpine at the bottom of that pack, and this is not what you want to be in for those teams. And they are showing
Yeah.
another replay of Russell.
Yeah, because I mean, looking at Russell's sector timings, he seems to be lagging quite a bit behind Hamilton.
Because he was dragging the point of his car across the track. I mean,
Oh, what
that
is
was
that?
not just
Wait, with the
that was
replay. Wait, do you see the
it
light?
went. Yeah, he went wide, and he's sparking all over the place. Not what you want to be doing with your car. They may have to replace the plank of the car after what he just
Oh,
did.
is that a lighted plank? Because the replay shows some just yellow light underneath the car, which is a really weird place to have some form of light. Is
It's
that a lighted splint?
no,
Or like
it's the car sparking. He dragged that point of the car so much it probably lit up.
oh, it's a literal lit up plank. Oh my god!
Yes.
Wow, the Mercedes must be running really low for that to happen.
Yes. I know. I think he may have hit the curbs. I know it was just something weird happened in that run. I mean, he's just the fact that he's eighth after lighting that up is interesting. Yeah, people in chat are saying, "Nah, it was on fire." Yeah, it's pretty good description of it.
Verstappen's on a lap. He has set a 29.249. That is, yeah, that is
That's
fast.
good.
No, faster than Perez. Yeah,
That's
but still not up to
within.
par with Hamilton's times.
Yeah, it's still within a tenth or so of Hamilton, and that's what we want to be
Yeah,
looking at here. So again,
that's still fast enough.
we just hit 40. We got 42 minutes left in the session. Again, welcome to Race Statistics YouTube channel. This is Grash doing commentation with you. I've got Gaster with me to help along.
Oh,
We've got
that was
over
a bad
9,000
second sector.
watching right now, and we've got 779 likes. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Verstappen's second sector, he didn't even cross through to the 38s. in 22.483. Ended up P3. Hmm. I I didn't
So
expect this.
he did improve in his time. I don't know, the board's been kind of funny this past week or so with sector 2 times and, it that being, going into the red as opposed to a yellow. I'm not sure why the board's doing that at the moment. I'm not sure what's triggering that, but those are really more a yellow than a red time on the board. Albin and Sargent basically have improved to 8th and ninth on the board respectively, both in 131s, both within a tenth. So Albin is 0.715 and Sargent is 0.727. I mean, literally within 1/100th of each other, to be quite honest. So that is more representative of the Williams. I think Bottas right now is the only one on track who's improving on their times, who's on a fast lap. Joe is probably coming out. So the stake kick Sauber team basically are just bolted on the red tires for the first time, and they're out on those tires for the first time today. Actually, second time today. Bottas was on a red tire in the first second. My apologies. I'm looking at what you're saying in chat at the moment. Lot of okay. You don't have to. There was a lot of. What was the Ferraris? It was just one person. I thought there was more trophy in the chat. Um, what time does the race start in Cali? Anyone know? Kyle, if and for everyone else, if you want to like the best know when sessions are going to start, when the race is going to start, go to the F1 website. Just go to the front page, scroll down to the bottom, and there'll be a section for times for all the sessions. And it's your one of my best tools that I've used constantly these past 2 years. If I wanted to know when something was going to start, I go there to find what is in my time. Are you seeing anything in between Alonso or Bottas? Do you see anything on the charts that's standing out to you, Gasker?
I mean, the first thing that catches my eye is Alonso's current lap is actually pretty slow. Two yellow sectors. Not sure what he's actually trying to do here. Yeah, one he didn't improve, did he? Yeah, yeah. I don't think. Yeah, he didn't improve on his time. So I'm curious what lap he's doing here. Bottas, I don't think he's on a fast lap right now. Yeah, I don't think he is. But the two Haas's on track, so I think we can watch them. Yeah, Magnussen has just started his lap, and uh, then we have the two McLarens. I'm not sure what tire compound they're running right now, and then yeah, that's also the two Williams cars.
At this point, basically all of the cars on track are on a soft compound.
Ah, ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Who's on the Ferraris are on fresh softs. McLaren are on fresh softs. I mean, Haas just done one lap on on their softs. So basically, it's just Zhou is on second lap, and Alonso's done 6 laps on the softs.
Hulkenberg has just set a purple sector one. That is, I think,
That is
something we
interesting.
should take note. Yeah.
Is Hulkenberg finding anything out of that car that we hadn't seen before?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how he does in the second sector. Second sector, not too impressive considering it's
Well, he's
39
it's a
second. It's
39.
okay. It's okay. It's
I mean,
it's actually
he's a
faster
tenth,
than Russell's time on
and
the
he's a
second
tenth
sector.
within Hamilton's time. So that's a good sector. I mean, 2/10 off of Alonso, which is not bad. He goes
And he
P2.
improved. He goes P2, yeah. The second
So
driver to cross the 131 mark into 130. And Sainz has set up purple sector too, the 38.705. Yeah, Hamilton's on track now.
right now we've
And
got Sainz with the fastest sector 2.
and he has set
Now
P2.
Oscar's taking the fastest. Oscar just took it from him. The moment I
And
said that, Oscar.
Piastri's in P3. Yeah, I think the field is ramping up again.
Yeah, so Sainz has gone P2. Oscar's gone P3, all in the 130s. That puts Hulkenberg in P4. We've got Norris coming to the end of his lap. Did something go wrong? What happened with
Yeah, three
Norris?
100s between Hamilton to Piastri. That is a very small gap.
I think Oscar abandoned his lap at the last minute because he was doing okay, but then did 2 seconds slower. So we'll see what happens with him. So if you guys have questions for us in chat, if you at me, I'm gonna put my name in chat. If you at me at questions, will light up.
So Hamilton has just set, I believe, purple sector one? Yeah, yes.
Radio's asking, what happened to Red Bull Racing, the Visa cat, the what happened with Ricardo, and they're on medium tires. They're not on soft tires right now. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's the difference between them at the moment. They're on, again, essentially a different program than the other teams. And those programs not necessarily mean to be super fast, for quality. It could be a race simulation that they're doing.
38.734 from Hamilton in sector 2. I can see this being a faster time than his previous one.
Well, he's about to finish his lap. We'll see what that time. He just did another purple sector on the board in sector 3.
And purple sector 3, so he just improved on his own time.
Yep, so he does go 130.374. All right, so people are asking about the board and what colors and stuff going. So one of the things that you see so the track is separated by sectors, and right now the map we have, the yellow portion of the track is sector 1, the red portion of the track you see is sector 2, and the blue portion of that's on the screen is sector 3. Thank you for not switching over to the other map right away as I explained that. So that's what the S1, S2, S3 means. Time is the total lap time. Underneath each of the sectors, you're going to see a bunch of dots, and those are the sectors. So, like portion from here to here, portion, and that's breaking down the sector into smaller sectors. And so we can see, like again, in the last lap, we were able to see in that sector 3, Hamilton went fastest in one of those subsectors, which was an indication that you're going to have a very fast sector time. So Colors. So the ones that are in white, basically those are times that have been set. Not they're nothing like teams that are in the pits, whatnot. There's nothing that so that's where that's about. When you see a yellow time, it means that the driver has not improved. It's a slower time than his best time. If you see red, it is something more significant slower. And I don't know why Sector 2 is getting a lot of these reds. Normally, these would be just yellow. Um, it's just how the board is operating right now. The things that you want to be looking for are green and purple. Green means that the driver has moved as improved in that sector or subsector. He's gone faster than his previous best time in that sector. So you want to see green dots lighting up underneath sector time. Or conversely, you want to see the purple dots. The purple color means that the driver is on the fastest of everyone, either in the sector or the subsector or the lap time. And when you see the under names, Hamilton right now has his one light up in purple, means he's got the fastest lap. Now, given this is testing and practice, we're the person with the fastest lap is going to be at the top of the board. But during the race, that fastest time will be someone else during the race may have the fastest lap. So if like say Hamilton is fifth during the race, his his number will be that number 5 will be lit up at that time. So that's what kind of how the board is working. Um, You'll see the number of laps, you'll see gap, and you'll see speed. These are particularly gap and speed will change over time with different. Like right now, they've got a speed reading on the board right now. Tires will show up every so often. Gap will go into. Right now, gap is between each driver, as opposed to interval, which is basically from the top driver down instead.
Oh, okay. I think a few things I want to mention off the bat is Gasly. He actually did a lap on I believe actually softs, and he's at P16. That is that is not good for yeah. That's not a good sign at all for Alpine. Another thing, Verstappen actually did a lap and he slot himself into P4. Yeah, I thought that he at least figure out the issues by now, but I guess not. And another thing I want to bring to attention is actually Hülkenberg's sector timings from when he set those his previous lap. And what we can see here is his sector ones and three is on the higher side, on the faster side. I mean, yeah, it's on the faster side. It seems that sector two is the sector that they really struggle at. So this could indicate maybe their car is a bit more slippery than we thought.
I mean, it's more. I would think that with sector 1, sector 3, it's more straight line speed for the most part. I mean, you've got the
Yeah.
curve. You've got basically two for each of those sectors. You've got 3 curves total. I mean, sector 1 has three. Has the first bend, and it curves again, and then it up at the top you get another turn. There's 3 there, and in sector 3, there's really only 2 turns in that sector. The rest of the turn really come into sector 2, and that's so basically what we're saying is straight line speed is going to be more important in those 2 sectors, and sector 2 is going to be your cornering speeds you're going to pick up time there, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. That's how I'm reading this at the moment.
Yeah, same. And what I can infer is that the Haas could be quite a fast car in the straights this time.
I'm being asked to chat what someone just joined. What are the tires of the top 3 on? Oh, they're all on soft tires. Everyone's on soft tires at this point.
Also, another thing I don't think we mentioned is that Russell actually set up purple sector 3.
We got a report that Sargent went off the track in turn two.
Oh, turn 2? He's okay,
Yeah.
but at least he hasn't crashed. Yep.
How do you know the tire color of C4 and C5? Well, no. C4, C5 refers to the compounds. So there are six compounds, C0 through C5. We are using the C1, C2, C3 compounds. So the hard tire, the is the C1, the medium tire is C2, and the soft tire is C3 this weekend.
Yeah, so looking at the replay, yeah, Sargent first, I think understeered into the first turn, and then had a snap oversteer right after
So there.
into turn 2,
Oh,
and then went off track.
no. Oh no. Showing the replay of Sargent, he went over the kitty litter. That's not good. You don't want to do damage
Yeah.
to the bottom of
Oh,
that car.
another thing I want to mention is that I believe they've actually gotten rid of the C0 compound because it was basically unused, completely unused last year. So they
It
saw no use for it.
showed up. It showed up in the on F1 TV on the
Oh,
F1
really?
graphics. Yeah, it showed
Oh,
up.
really? Oh,
I
okay.
thought
Wait.
I thought
Then,
yeah, given that they didn't have and it may be getting rid of at some point. There may be a race where it is still an option. But yeah, I mean basically the C0 used to be the C1 compound once upon a time, and there was several races where it just wasn't being used. So at this point, it's where the history of where that C0 compound is going to go. We'll see.
yeah. So Alonso looks to be going pretty quick, and his sector 2, while isn't particularly fast, his sector 3 is actually the second fastest that's been set
Ac-
today, and
ac-
yeah, he slots himself in P3.
Actually, no, his sector two time was actually very good. Wasn't the
Yeah, it is.
fastest, but it was better
Yeah,
than Hamilton and Russell's and Science sector
yeah. The
two.
only driver that was faster than him in sector 2 is Piastri. He was basically the right behind a purple sector. Yeah.
Trying to see anyone else. The only one person who's improved on any time recently is Sargent. He did a 131.715. So within 2 seconds, P1 through P16 are all within, I believe, 2 seconds. I could check. No, that's not correct. Everyone's within 2 seconds. P1 through P11 are all within 1 second. That's like when we talk about things tying up, that's what we're talking about. Like tenths. Um, P1 through P6 are within under half a second. And then the top, three are within 0.3 tenths of each other. That's crazy.
Yeah, more problematic at S2. I'd say sector 2 is Aston's biggest strength actually. Yeah, because they seem to struggle a bit in the straights, but managed to nail sector 2 really well. And I don't think I've asked this, but do you have any idea what's up with Norris? Because he is very
I'm
far
not.
away. I
I
don't think
thought.
it's a pace issue. It has to be like car
I mean,
problem, isn't it?
he just came out on new soft tires. Um, there must be something going on with this car because Oscar's up P5, so
Yeah, exactly.
they must be doing something different with his car, and it's not working. That's the only thing we can look at right now. Did not, again, as people can see, Norris has not improved in Sector 1. He's not improved in Sector 2. So Norris could be on a completely different program, and it's not.
Yeah, he doesn't even improve on his Sector 1 timings. That is.
So the F1
Okay.
website says Lando's needs a new wheel, and he's been complaining about his car. So that's interesting to see.
Need a new wheel, as in not tires, but like the steering wheel?
Being asked if I think Max is struggling with setup or Red Bull seems slower. Great Aston will be top of the results, straight line speed, I guess. That's a good
Is Red Bull
question.
struggling? Yeah, is Red Bull struggling? I'm not confident enough to say that they are personally. Like, I think we just have to watch.
I mean,
Yeah,
Max is
all
on.
I can say is yeah.
See. Here's the thing. Max is on the track right now, but he's been on those tires for a while. So if he's still out right now, means he's on a particular program. So he's coming out on a new fresh set of tires. Looks like. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is. So Max is about to start. So Max is about to start a new flying lap. See, well, this first sector will know whether it's actually flying or he's doing sort of a program. And there is a section. There's a bump on the track, and they did mention this. It's in the first It's before the first corner. Say the first turn, I should say. And Max did hit that. And he did a 131, which is not bad, but it's not. And it's 2 seconds off from the 29.081 that Russell did.
So Verstappen,
Yeah,
yellow
we'll
sector
know.
1.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
know
I
better
don't think
after the
anyone's
sector.
doing I don't think anyone's doing like a full push lap at this moment. Yeah, because no one's really improving their sector timings.
And it's not that Max is looking bad on track.
Yeah, I don't think he is. Yeah, I think they're just not pushing to do
So
a
yeah, he's not
quali
pushing.
simulation.
Yeah, you know what? This is not quality sim. This is not quality run. He's 5 seconds off. This could be very much a race simulation at this point.
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah,
is, even look. The
he
thing is, I want to bring this up right now. Is uh, Piastri? He is also on softs, but if we look at the timings, Piastri seems to be a good deal faster than Verstappen. 7/10, in fact. Of course,
yes,
I'm
but
actually not sure about the tire life differences between the two, but 7/10 is a pretty big gap.
yeah, I mean, basically with being 5 seconds off in that second sector at that second sector, um, he's on a race run. He
Yeah,
must
definitely.
be he could be loaded down. I mean, yes, he's on a soft tire, but it looks like he could be loaded down with fuel. And it's not. This is not a quality type run, but a race. Just trying to see where we are right now. End of Red Bull dominance. How much time is left in the session? There's 17 minutes left in this session. Again, this is the Racing Statistics YouTube channel. This is Crash, and you've got Gaster with me right now as we go through FP2. That's a lot of sparks from the Ferrari. Moving on. Just trying to get right now. We've got Hamilton, Russell, P1, P2, Alonso, P3, Sainz, P4, Plasky, P5, Verstappen, and P6. And it looks like Verstappen right now is not doing a quality simulation, but a race simulation, given how slow he is at the moment.
Okay, someone just asked, what does the number at the tires mean?
That's how
That
many
is
laps they've
the
been.
tire life, right? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry, yeah, the number of
yeah. How
laps
many?
they've done on the tires.
Yeah, it's how many laps essentially.
Yeah, many people here seem to believe that Red Bull is sandbagging, and yeah, that's definitely a possibility because I'd be surprised if they went this backward in their development. But
We've seen the
yeah,
car go
I am
fast.
curious if they did fix the shifting issue though. That hasn't been actually any follow up on that issue.
Yeah, but be honest with you, we've seen these cars go fast. That's not the issue. They're just not going fast right now,
Oh yeah,
and
now
that's
all
that's
these
why
laps are
people.
definitely not quali lap. Yeah. Okay,
Robles question:
starting to
how are you
see an
guys watching it
improvement.
right now? I'm watching this through F1 TV.
For me,
There are
it's
other. Where are you, Gaster?
oh how okay so because there's a cable TV that provides all this services within my country, and this service they actually have an app that I can watch. So I downloaded the app and I'm actually watching it on my phone right now.
And what country are you from?
Singapore.
Singapore. I then in the United States again. There's ESPN, ESPN Plus. There is Sky Sports in the UK, and there's a couple. Again, look at your local who's providing the F1 in your country. They should have a way for you to access the stream like I do.
Okay, someone asked if how would we know if they're on quali or race simulation, and honestly, the only way we could really tell that is just look at the overall sector timings. Yeah, if like for example, we look at all their laps, they're setting roughly 31 in sector 1 and 41s, 42s in sector 2, so which would probably roughly equate to like 5 seconds off to the fastest quali lap at sector 2, then we know that should be a race run rather than a quali run. Of course, we won't know the actual specifics, but we at least know they're not pushing for a full quali lap.
So we've got 13 and 20 seconds left to go. The only one who's not on track right now is Logan Sargent. Getting back to streaming services, if you can get F1 TV Pro, do so. Is like I'm using F1 TV Pro. I had tried using ESPN Plus. I actually found ESPN Plus was actually lagging behind the stream significantly. F1 TV is worth it because you get all of F1, you get F2, you get F3. You're gonna get the F1 Academy as well streams, and then there's a whole slew of other things they provide just on F1 TV Pro. There's a lot more tech. Um, they have a podcast, a video podcast on the F1 tech, and you get more of that on F1 TV Pro as opposed to what you get on like they get for free on YouTube. So in the end, it ends up being a great service, and not only do you get like the stuff like what's happening live, but you have all access to all of the historical races. And I have not checked how far that goes, but it goes back pretty far. So it is a very good service. Again, right now we've got 12 minutes to go, and right now, again, Logan is now joining the grid on track. Right now, no one's pushing their tires. Um, and this is probably we're going to expect this for the next about 5-6 minutes, and then people will come in. They'll make changes to the car. They'll put most likely new fresh tires on the cars. I would expect anyone who's going to go for a quality glory run. Um, but that's just where we're going to be for the next few minutes. Basically, they're grinding out different programs at the moment.
Yeah. Actually, I think before the timings go off, let's talk a bit about the race laps that we have available. Um, yeah, both Mercedes drivers are basically 136.8. Alonso's right around that time. Piastri, roughly a tenth slower, while Verstappen is actually 2/10 ahead. Leclerc also in that same category of 2/10 ahead with Verstappen. With once again Haas 37.6, which is I think it's already showing signs of the exact issue they had last year, where their car was occasionally pretty fantastic in qualifying, but then they would just completely fall apart during the race and just end up out of points anyways.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're seeing a much mixed up, except for Mercedes. I mean, Alonso's been consistent between the sessions. Oscar's been consistent between the sessions, but like Ricardo and Snowder are 12th and 15th. Norris, there's something going on with his car, obviously, at this point. He's down at the bottom at 20. Um, but like we were seeing Hulkenberg up at 7th. Um, Stroll is not at 8th, is not as much of a surprise because how Alonso has been doing so well. We know that car. We know that's a good car. We know we're
Yeah.
just there's an obvious difference between what Alonso's getting out of it and what Stroll's getting out of it. Seeing Red Bull at 6th and 10th right now is the interesting point. Are they doing something that's not requiring them to go as fast as possible? A lot of you in chat are saying Red Bull is sandbagging, but they may be doing a program for something else for data purposes that they need. And when you're doing that, that's not really sandbagging. It's getting data on the car that you need. They may know how fast that car is already, and they're looking for other things about that car. So that's again the one thing that we want to just put a pin on at the moment. Again, this is not a race itself. This is just practice two. We will have quali tomorrow in this session, and then the race on Saturday. 8 minutes left to go in free practice two. Again, thank everyone who's been here. We've got over 11,000 watching right now, and we've got 1,308 likes so far. Thank you for those who've liked. If you haven't liked, chance to like and subscribe. Now is a good time. Again, we've got 112,000 and a half subscribers. That's actually 500 from the beginning of the session. Wow. So we've added about 500 new subscribers to our channel. Thank you so much. Again, we come live for every session. So whether it's practice, the sprint shootout, sprint race, quali, and the race itself, we will be here. For those who don't know, if those of you are new here, Ryan is our other primary commentator. He does quali, he does the race itself. He's got a very different style and perspective on things. Interesting. Um, you will if you don't know who he is, you will learn to love him pretty quickly. So we get some
Yeah,
Hamilton haters. Lewis should
I
share
mean,
his moment as long as possible because it's not going to last tomorrow until tomorrow's quiet. That is very possible. No, race is going to be on Saturday. They basically this race is on Saturday because they need 7 days per FIA rules between races. Um, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is also going to be on Saturday because that needed to be pushed back a day to accommodate Ramadan, which is starting on, I believe, Sunday. So for religious reasons in Saudi Arabia, they pushed back the Grand Prix. That forced this Grand Prix to be pushed back, and then obviously the Australian Grand Prix is going to be early because it's Australia. Go figure.
I've been looking at I'm looking at the race pace, like the timings that everyone's setting up, and yeah, everyone's slipping into the 37s while Verstappen's still in 36.7. This could indicate another terrifying year for us to go through.
We just had 5 gifted subs. I want to thank Jose for doing that. Welcome, Mark Feeney, to the family. Yearly Row, welcome to the family. Let me see. I cannot pronounce your name because you're in kanji, but welcome to the family. As our Raviji, welcome to the family as well. Did I miss anyone? I think they got everyone. So again, these what just happened is Jose just bought a month subscription for 5 people who have been here in chat. So thank you for that. Every that helps the channel every which way.
Yeah, so it's the final 4 minutes or 4.5 minutes, and I think the positioning is essentially decided. And I
Um,
think this is a 1 to 10 that I did not expect at all.
I will give it another minute or so to see who pits.
Just in case someone does.
Yeah, if someone
Yeah,
might want to pit for a fresh pair of tires,
yeah, that
if
is
they're
that
gonna
is
do that.
true.
After that, basically, I don't. If they don't, basically after that, basically they're staying out to take the flag. Like Oscar just went in the
Oh, Oscar
pits.
just went in.
Excuse me. Um, what you'll see is that they will stay out for the rest of the session. If they don't pit for new tires, they're going to stay out for the rest of the session, and then at the end of the session, they'll do practice starts. What happened with Ferrari? I'm not sure what happened with Ferrari. That's the problem. We don't know what programs they're running, and ultimately, that is they could be doing something that's not requiring them to go, full speed on their cars. They could be loaded with fuel, and we suspect that's what been going on with Max in his car since he came back out. She was like, "You're gonna stream this race on Saturday?" Yes, we will. We will have FP3 tomorrow, and so tomorrow will be FP3. I'll be here for that, and then Ryan will be here for the quality session. As far as I know, if that's not the case, it's stuck to me. And I know on Saturday that Ryan will be doing the race.
Piastri's out, as in he's back on the track. I'm not sure if it's on fresh softs, but yeah, as you said, I think he may be going
Yeah, he's doing out
yeah,
lap.
a final.
Norris is the only one Norris is coming back on track. He's doing an out
Oh,
lap.
is he? He's doing out
Yeah.
that
So
now.
Nor wait a second.
Yeah,
They're
Norris
on
is like a
mediums?
medium. Oh, they are mediums.
They're on mediums? Is that correct?
Mediums,
We'll see.
mediums now. That
We'll
is
see
definitely a weird time to go out on mediums.
what that's interesting. We've got 2 minutes to go in this session. I know we've got the stream itself is about 20 seconds faster than my F1 stream.
Roughly the same here, actually.
Albin is gone into the pits.
Yeah, I
Is that
don't think
for
it's coming out because there isn't time for
no, it's
that
time for him
fully.
to get it's just time no, he's coming back out.
It's coming
So
back out. Oh,
we got Rabba Machia. Thank you to the joining the race fans. Welcome to the family. Yeah, I don't think that our timing sheet was correct. Because the F1 TV display is not showing both McLarens on a medium tire. They're showing them on
soft
still
time.
on a soft
Yeah.
tire, but that this display has been lagging at times on showing the correct information. So we'll see.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Piastri can make it for quality lap, but I'm not sure if Norris can.
yeah. Alcine's asking how's the sheet ranks organized. It's just by time is who had basically their fastest lap. Right now, Hamilton again. The times you're showing right now are the current laps, but Hamilton has had the fastest lap this session, so he's P1. So P2 is over. Yeah, he just did a 137. His fastest he was much faster earlier in the session.
Yeah, it says that Norris set a 1:32.608 previously. Is that true? Not sure. Yeah,
See,
Verstappen's
about to finish.
race, what I assume to be race sims are pretty impressive. 36.645, but Piastri's also setting at 36.240. Oh wait, yeah, they just mentioned Piastri's on medium tires. Yeah, did you hear that? Yeah, they just mentioned it was Piastri that's on medium tires. Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
said.
but I can't. I haven't seen any of the McLarens on track with the actual tire to verify that.
Okay,
Um,
let's see.
like
Let's wait.
our timing chart says there are mediums, but the F1 chart has been showing them on soft. So there's a
No, I'm saying the commentators. Yeah, I've heard them say they mentioned. I think Piastri being on mediums currently. But yeah, that's a good idea to check if the cars on the screen are on mediums right now.
so our time has ended with FP2. Pretty much they're coming around the track at this point. Why are they still going? Because basically, they're going to they finish their current lap when tap. So after time expires, they're going to finish that lap, and then they're going to go around again. And that second time, they're going to line up at the start finish line to do a practice start. So I want to thank everyone who's shown up to this session. Wow, we've had a lot of people show up, a lot of likes. Thank you very much. Another almost 760. It's going to be 770 by the time I finish talking. new members and to the channel in terms of subscribers. Thank you very much. We'll hope to see you guys back here again tomorrow. Again, we will be covering FP3 and quali tomorrow. And then the race is on Saturday. Again, because of Saudi Arabia being moved, this race had to be moved, so that's why we're getting a Saturday race instead of.
So yeah, I just see people spamming
Yeah, I didn't know that.
driver numbers. I think a lot of people have confidence in Hamilton just seeing this timing, but I think the first thing we have to note is this is not really that near to even last year's pole laps by Verstappen. So I'd expect most of the front running teams to have more to give, at least more to give, including Red Bull. So we'll really have to wait, see how it is tomorrow.
Is there anything you want to say before we take off?
I think yeah, the main thing I want to mention is the race pace that Verstappen had throughout the whole session. Looks really good. The most was sitting at high 36s at first and reshifted to 37. But it looks like Verstappen managed to consistently stay at 36.6 actually. So that could be something to look out for in practice 3. Although honestly, I think at that point everyone would be really trying to set up the cars for qualifying. And another thing to just bring up is Hulkenberg in P7. Not sure if this is just things going right for once, or if maybe the horse is faster than we thought. And oh yeah, the Visa Cash App RVs, they ended up with a 12 and a 15th because did they even come out on soft tires, or at least like attempt to do a fast lap on soft tires?
Ahmed is saying if this is the case that Red Bull's not faster, then I want Aston, Ferrari, Merc, and Red Bull to fight all season. I mean, if this is true, what we're seeing, I mean, like we're bunched up close together, and they're actually going to get a fight at the top. I mean, we were close. I mean, like if we took Red Bull out of the mix last year, there was a fight for like second through like fourth or fifth. Like it was. I mean, we're going to the last race, and there were things on up for grabs among those teams. So
Yeah, I think we'll only really able to see how actual quality pace will be like tomorrow. Okay, wait. Yeah, Verstappen, the upshift in the start is just so bad. Yeah, so I think this is the race start. Yeah, I think Verstappen is still struggling from the shifting issues from practice 1. This could be a problem if they don't figure it out by practice 3 tomorrow. And another thing, I see a lot of people worrying about Lando. Yeah, I think he aborted his lap. He was gonna set a quality lap, but then he aborted a lap, so that's why he's all the way at the bottom.
I want to thank you for being here, Gaster. Again, this is Crash with you again. This has been Free Practice 2 on Racing Statistics. I'm losing my voice. Excuse me, everyone. Been an interesting morning. It's been an eventful. It's been interesting. Red Bull hasn't been on top of the board today. We haven't seen this in quite a while, and it's been interesting. So, what this means, we'll find out. We'll find out over the next few days. Again, I want to thank everyone who's here. It was like almost like 11,000 you watching at one point, and there's 1,717 likes so far. If you had a chance to like or subscribe, now's the time to do it. We've added again, now it's 850 new subscribers to the channel. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow, three practice three, and then Ryan will take over for you for quali, and then we'll have race on Saturday. We'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.